What is mixed Monteggia fracture dislocation? So generally the fracture name is Monteggia fracture, okay, but it is usually missed by most of the orthopedic surgeons. So no one is expecting you to catch this one in your first attempt, because most of the orthopedic surgeons are missing it. So this is an important topic, especially for your exam, because it will there can be a this case in your practical exam, means Monteggia fracture. Okay, so what happens in Monteggia fracture dislocation? Usually there is a fracture of ulna bone, and along with that there is a dislocation of the radiocapitular joint, means there is a dislocation of radial head from its usual position. Okay, if we go about classification, the classification is important for your theory examination, because there can be a question asking you what is Monteggia fracture dislocation and what is the classification of Monteggia fracture dislocation. Okay, so if we talk about the classification, there are the four type of classification. There is anterior, anterior lateral, posterior, and which is that fracture of both radius and ulna along with the dislocation of the radial head. The only thing common is that there is the dislocation of the radial head from its usual position, means there is a dislocation or there is a disruption of radiocapitular joint. Okay, so there can be different patterns: type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4. So in type 1, as you can see, there is an anterior dislocation. Type 2, you can see there is a posterior dislocation. Type 3, there is anterior lateral dislocation. And type 4, there is a fracture of both radius and ulna. The fracture is usually in the proximal 1/3 part of the ulna. Okay, so identification of the Monteggia fracture, this is a very important point. I don't, especially for the orthopedic surgeons. So is there anyone who wants to become an orthopedic surgeon amongst you? No one? That's a good thing. So I should, complete this class quickly. So identification of the fracture, Monteggia fracture. So for that, if we draw a line which is the parallel to the ulna in the lateral X-ray view, usually this line, you can see this line will always comes, this line along with the radius always come in the hit, or it will bisect or dissect your capitular joint or capitulum. But in the case of dislocation, this line, you can see this is a line, this is a different line, this is known as the Scott-Mubarak line. So in this line, as you can see, the ulna is not in its usual shape. Usually the ulna is like this, bow like this, but this is not in its usual shape. So this is the capitulum. If we draw a line like this, it is not going through your capitulum. So this is a case of a fracture Monteggia dislocation. I think I'm clear and you understand. So what will be the symptoms? So the symptom will be blank, na? That's why there is nice try. But usually what happens, the symptom with which the patient will present to you or the mother will come to you with the child, there will be only one symptom. What she will say, there is a continuously diversion or deformity of the forearm, means cubitus valgus will be there. So do anyone know what is cubitus valgus? Anyone? Anyone? What is cubitus valgus? So anyone, what is valgus? अरे खड़े होके बोलो यार, ये भेड़ बकरी क्यों चला रहे हो? कोई भी एक. So no one is that confident, na? It's a shame. Which year? Sorry? Final year. Oh, final year. So after 6 months or so, you will be doctors, right? So you will be giving exam, you will be doctors, but you don't know what is valgus and varus. Do you have a little shame? I don't think so. हाथ चेहरे पे रखने से ऐसा नहीं होता कि टीचर नहीं देख पाता है। So if someone stands in anatomical position and draw a line from the midline, if anything which goes away from the center, away from the midline, that is valgus, and if something comes near the center of line, that is varus. Is it so hard to remember? Really pathetic. So the symptom, there will be only one symptom. The mother will come to you with the child. She will be telling you, okay, there is a continuously deformity, the deformity which is increasing day by day, and the hand and the forearm is going outward. So can anyone guess what will this deformity cause ultimately? As he tries to tell that there will be a thumb drop and the finger drop. But there will be no thumb drop and finger drop, because the thumb drop and finger drop is because of the radial nerve. So can you tell me any other nerve which can be involved in this case? Anyone? Okay भैया. So you. हमारे हाथ में क्या क्या नर्व रहती है, उनका नाम बोल दो. एजीना तुम्हारे हाथ में आती है?
नहीं, वो ऊपर ही था.
ओ, मुझे लगा तुम्हारे में आती है यार. सो मैडम आप बताइए.
सर ब्रेकियल
नर्व. मैडम आपके कहाँ पे हाथ में ब्रेकियल नर्व? वेरी गुड. सो यू डॉक्टर, व्हाट्स योर नेम?
प्रीतम.
डॉक्टर प्रीतम. तो आपके हाथ में कौन कौन सी नर्व है बेटा?
सर एट द लेवल ऑफ एल्बो.
हाँ, कौन कौन सी है?
देयर विल बी अल्ना, द रेडियल एंड द मीडियल.
Very good. So there are three nerves which comes in your forearm. One is radial, one is ulna, and one is median nerve. So good. So कोई बता सकता है रेडियल नर्व का क्या काम होता है? मैडम आप बताइए. So you don't know what does radial nerve does to your body? So you're in a final year. कभी किताब पढ़ी है घर जाके क्लास के बाद? यहाँ बस ठीक है, पापा ने एडमिशन दिलवा दिया सर, डॉक्टर तो बन गई मैं, एंड आई विल बी हैप्पी नाउ, समथिंग लाइक दैट. मैडम आप बताएंगे कुछ?
सर thumb and this index finger and middle finger the radial nerve supplies.
रेडियल नर्व. गुड ट्राई. आप डॉक्टर साहब, आपका नाम क्या हुआ?
सर अर्घदीप पाल.
हाँ,
अर्घदीप पाल.
ओके डॉक्टर साहब, रेडियल नर्व क्या काम?
सर
फ्लेक्शन करती है.
सर फॉरगेट.
तो डॉक्टर साहब, आप में रेडियल नर्व फ्लेक्शन करती है, बट एक नॉर्मल ह्यूमन बीइंग में रेडियल नर्व सब कुछ एक्सटेंड करती है. ओके तो जब भी कभी रेडियल नर्व का नाम आएगा तो तुम्हारे दिमाग में सिर्फ एक चीज़ आनी चाहिए, दैट देयर विल बी ड्रॉप और देयर विल बी अप. इफ रेडियल नर्व इज डैमेज देन एवरीथिंग विल बी ड्रॉप, एंड इफ रेडियल नर्व इज इंटैक्ट एवरीथिंग विल गो अप. आइदर इट्स थंब, आइदर इट्स फिंगर, आइदर इट्स योर रिस्ट, everything will go upside. Got it? Any doubt? So जब आपका हाथ कंटिन्यूसली बाहर जा रहा है तो किस नर्व के ऊपर प्रेशर पड़ेगा? मैडम आप बताइए. सॉरी,
रेडियल नर्व.
ओके, रेडियल नर्व की पोजीशन क्या है बताएंगे थोड़ा, एनाटॉमिकल लैंडमार्क? आपके हाथ में कौन सी नर्व जा रही है जिसको आप फील कर सकते हो? बैठिए बैठिए, रिलैक्स, यू आर डॉक्टर्स, व्हाई यू आर स्टैंडिंग? मैडम आप बताइए. ऐसी कौन सी नर्व है जिसको आप अपने हाथ में फील कर सकते हो? इज देयर एनी नर्व? मीडियन नर्व. सो यू कैन फील योर मीडियन नर्व. ओके, फील करके बताइए. वेरी गुड. तो कोई भी बता सकता है कि वो अपने हाथ से कौन सी नर्व को फील कर सकता है? एनीवन? सॉरी, गुड, वेरी गुड. तो अल्ना नर्व कहाँ रहती है? अल्ना नर्व कहाँ पे रहती है? इधर फील कर सकते हैं। सबको दिखाइए, आपके बैचमेट्स सब डॉक्टर्स को दिखाइए, दिखाइए घूम के। तो सिर्फ इस डॉक्टर के यहाँ पे नर्व है या आपके यहाँ पे भी कहीं पे नर्व है? सब फील करके बताइए। अल्ना नर्व, यस, गुड। सो तुम्हारे 1.5 में सेंसेशन है उसका, ओके। सो दिस लेटर मीडियल साइड, दिस इज प्रोवाइडेड बाय योर अल्ना नर्व, ओके। सो और क्या काम करता है अल्ना नर्व? यस, म्यूजिशियन नर्व कहते हैं इसको। तो क्या क्या, ओके। सो व्हाट आर द फाइन वर्क्स? व्हाट डू यू अंडरस्टैंड बाय फाइन वर्क्स? Drawing, yes. Anything else? Okay, good. You have comparatively you have done very well. Piano and so basically the fine work, ulnar nerves. So the ulnar work this like this. This movement is by ulnar nerve. Any other movement? This movement, this is by ulnar nerve. Okay. Anything else? This? No, this by median nerve. Okay. Anything else? तो जनरली क्या होगा, पेशेंट जब तुम्हारे पास आएगा कंटिन्यूसली द हैंड विल बी डिविएटिंग आउटसाइड। सो बिकॉज ऑफ डैट, क्योंकि तुम्हारे मीडियल साइड में कौन सी नर्व है? अल्नर नर्व है, जिसके ऊपर प्रेशर पड़ेगा एंड इट विल कॉज योर अल्नर नर्व पैल्सी। क्लियर? सो दिस विल बी द सिम्टम्स एंड द हिस्ट्री विच इज़ इम्पोर्टेंट। जब भी तुम्हारे पास कोई ऐसा बच्चा लेके आएगा, माँ लेके आती है, एट दैट टाइम माँ बोलेगी कि सर मेरा बच्चा हाथ है, तो उससे तुम पूछोगे क्या कभी कुछ हुआ था? तो क्या बोलेगी? वो बोलेगी सर पहले कभी एक बार हाथ टूटा था बच्चे का, पर हम गए थे डॉक्टर साहब के पास, डॉक्टर साहब ने प्लास्टर लगा दिया था और हाथ सही हो गया था, लेकिन अब ऐसा हो रहा है। सो दिस इम्प्लाइज यस there was a fracture of the bone called ulna which has malunited. So this ulnar bowing is lost and that bowing can be made out by this line that is known as your Scott-Mowarak line. Got it? So this is what the mother will tell. Yes, there was a history of fall and the fracture was missed by the surgeon, orthopedic surgeon. So that's why this fracture is important. क्योंकि अगर आप कल प्रैक्टिस में जा रहे हैं तो आपको ये केस मिलेगा एग्ज़ाम के वक्त पे ज़रूर मिलेगा। क्यों? क्योंकि कोल्ड केस ही एग्ज़ाम के वक्त पे रखा जाता है। आपको कोई ऐसा बच्चा नहीं दिया जाएगा जिसको आप पेन दे सके। तो इन सब केस में कोई पेन नहीं रहता है, जस्ट देयर विल बी डेविएशन। गॉट इट? एनी डाउट? So what will be the symptom? After symptom, what will be the signs? It is also empty. I have intentionally left this thing empty just because of one thing, to make you understand you don't miss the thing. Sign, definitely there is a progressive cubitus valgus. On examination you will find that there is some rough area on the ulnar this border, because this will suggest yes there was some fracture previously which has healed. There will be some callus or there will be some signs of remodeling. Got it? And if it is a delayed presentation, then there will be presence of symptoms of ulnar nerve injury. So what is ulnar nerve paradox? Can anyone tell? Ulnar nerve paradox. आप कभी सुना है? फर्स्ट ईयर में आया था एक बार। बैठिए डॉक्टर साहब बैठिए। आप तो यार डॉक्टर होके खड़े हो रहे हैं। नो आइडिया। एनीवन एल्स? कोई आइडिया? व्हाट इज ओके, व्हाट इज पैराडॉक्स? व्हाट इज पैराडॉक्स?
जो होना चाहिए वो है नहीं।
जो होना चाहिए वो है नहीं, डेट इज पैराडॉक्स। वेरी गुड। सो व्हाट इज अल्नर नर्व पैराडॉक्स?
So maybe the injury is in the ulnar nerve, but it is not in such place actually.
Close call, not that. आप बता सकते डॉक्टर साहब कोई?
It can cause claw hand deformity. Claw hand deformity.
that is not paradox. तो जनरली क्या होता है, आपके हाथ में कोई नर्व है, अगर ऊपर इंजरी हुई है तो सिम्टम्स ज़्यादा होते हैं, डिफॉर्मिटी ज़्यादा होती है, राइट? क्योंकि जितना प्रॉक्सिमल इंजरी उतना सिम्टम ज़्यादा, उतनी डिफॉर्मिटी ज़्यादा, उतनी मोर्बिडिटी ज़्यादा. लेकिन अल्नर नर्व में ये पैराडॉक्स है, जितना नीचे इंजरी उतना ही उसके सिम्टम ज़्यादा होते हैं, ऊपर होती है तो सिम्टम कम होते हैं. गॉट इट? सो दिस इज नोन एज अल्नर नर्व इंजरी पैराडॉक्स. एम आई क्लियर? ओके. सो अब so next is so this is a case if you want to see. So 2-year-old child with restriction of movement, anything wrong? Actually this is a case not meant to show to you. This is a PG case. Okay, this is also case of radioulnar dislocation, but this is a case of a congenital. So this for when if someone becomes orthopedic surgeon from you, तब उस सब पे आके उसको पढ़ाना पड़ेगा मुझे कि what is this. तब तक you can forget it. So what is the treatment? Yes? Open reduction and fixation. So generally what happens, as you know, the ulnar bone is fractured and malunited. So as the bone has malunited, means the length of the ulna is reduced. So ultimately you have to open the joint, the RC joint, radiocapital joint, reduce the ulna radial head to its normal position, lengthen the ulna, because lengthening the ulna will keep the head in its normal position, otherwise it will dislocate. Got it? So this is what we do. So this is the pre-op photo. As you can see, the surgeon has attempted to reduce the head, or surgeon has, taken it as a ulnar bone fracture and he has applied some plates. But he has missed this one, this radiocapital joint. Okay, so that's why this is a missed Monteggia fracture. Okay, so when the patient comes to you, you have to make it right. Okay, so how will you make it right? So you have to open the joint, that is the RC joint, radiocapital joint. Then after, if there is some soft tissue, stuck in between the joint, generally there is annular ligament which is stuck. So you have to remove that thing. You have to remove the annular ligament, and then you have to make the bone appear like this. As you can see, there is a gap. So why this gap has been given? Why there is gap? Anyone? Why there is that gap? Why there is gap?
So that the hand moves freely or basically.
So
there
to
is
space for growth of bone. As this is in child, this case is a pediatric case to make space for the bone to growth.
So the hand is in this position, so when elongation means the hand is in an angle, so when we'll extend the hand.
Reduce friction.
Anyone? It's a nice try. Okay, so what happens? There is a simple rule in mathematics. What is the shortest distance between 2 points? A straight line. यार क्या है मतलब? So the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. So क्या हुआ? Length छोटा हो गया, तो तुम्हें length बड़ा करना है. To make that length increase, so that radius will get enough space. So we have increased the length of the ulna, and when we increase the length of the ulna, the radial head will get space, and it will sit in its normal position. So that's why we have increased the length of the ulna, and that space, as the bone has curved again, so the length is increased according to math. So because of that, the RC joint sit in its normal position. Got it? That is the new X-ray, and it's like similar to DDH. Have anyone heard about DDH? What is DDH?
Developmental dysplasia.
Very good. Good. So it is similar to DDH. In DDH, what we do? In DDH, first we clear the joint. Then, after clearing the joint, we remove if there any particle, that's like limb and that tight tail, all those things. We cut those things, and after that, we make a osteotomy either in the femur, either in the pelvis, or both. Then after, we reduce the joint, the hip joint in DDH. So in this case, the joint which is reduced is your RC joint, radiocapitular joint. Got it? So this is a case of the DDH. As you can see, the cup and the piston, that is outside. So similar to that, neglected DDH and neglected hemorrhagia, open reduction, ulnar osteotomy, femorostomy, acetabulostomy, then good reduction. So what we look for the in operative, a good reduction, stability and pronation and supination, stability and full flexion and extension, and no restriction of range of motion. So these are the primary goal we want to achieve. So how it looks like, so this is a case intro of video that I have recorded. You can see there are the RC joint is reduced in this position, in flexion is reduced, but when I go for the extension, the radius is going out of its position. Are you getting it? So when I open this case, I will show you this again. So see, supination, pronation, the radiocapital joint is reduced, but in flexion it is reduced, but when I am extending the arm, the radius head is dislocating, so it is not in position. Why? Because in extension, as we know, the shortest distance is the straight line, and due to that shortest distance, the length of the ulna is short and radius is not getting enough space to sit in its normal position. So this is after the osteotomy. I have applied a plate, given the gap, so you can see no dislocation, flexion, extension, reduction, everything is fine. So this was your Monteggia fracture dislocation.